Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Ethan, bringing you some more Draft Day Sports CB22 with the Clemson Tigers and the Journeyman stream. First off, I would like to apologize for the salt and the meanness and the nastiness at the end of the last episode, guys. I was just really frustrated with the results. I was a little bit drunk, and sometimes you get really angry at video games, right? I know I'm a grown adult, and I still get mad at video games. So I apologize for that. I decided to upload it to YouTube anyways because, I mean, that was the footage. I need to put out the footage. But hopefully you guys still enjoyed the episode, and I promise this episode will be a little less salty. So I believe this is episode 17. Hopefully that is right. We are still with the Clemson Tigers after being denied the Duke job again. I believe that's what happened last episode. It didn't really make a lot of sense, but you know what? I just now don't really even want to go to Duke anymore. So I think we're just going to focus on other schools. We can keep staying here at Clemson, but honestly, I'm not feeling the Clemson vibes. Clemson has really let me down. We've had some really disappointing second round exits here. If you've watched, boys, that's why I've been so frustrated. But I mean, overall, the squad here is pretty good. I mean, we have a pretty good squad. It's just we haven't put it all together yet. Maybe in our fourth year we get it. We do have a really, really good recruiting class. All top 10 players in their own positions. These are really, really good players. I think nationally this is ranked within the top 15. Yeah, right there, number 12. 3 4-star players, 40 points. Purdue has 122. I mean, Purdue just is getting all the juiced up 5 stars. Yeah, so watch out for Purdue and Georgetown and all these schools here. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead. Let's keep rolling with this. We're on to the staff hiring here. I don't want to bore you guys too much. I think we kept our main dude, right? Yeah, this guy's on for 2 years still. Honestly, we don't need to do anything. All of our staff is still here. So I'm going to pause, guys, and I'm going to skip through this, and I'll see y'all when we get to the season review and get our board pitch and everything. All right, guys, here we are. We're back at the board pitch, and I was just checking our budget here to see what we should pitch. I don't know if we want more money or if we want better facilities. I don't remember quite what we pitched before. I'll just keep you guys here. We'll just do facilities because I think we have enough money. I mean, we could go for more money, but we do need facilities. So let's see what they say. Probably going to be a no since we got bounced in the second round when we were a top 5 team. Oh, they approved it. Nice. Wow. Clemson's actually been pretty surprising in that they're requesting our upgrades. They went from B minus to B plus, so that's pretty good. So we skipped B and we went right to a B plus. Clemson, then they're investing in their program. We'll see how much they invest. We do need more money, but one step at a time, right? We get one thing at a time. I mean, that's pretty good. I've been talking bad on Clemson, just talking about how I just want to leave them, but I mean, I'm down to go deep in a tournament. Just these first and second round exits are brutal, But I thought I could come here and we could do something special. This is something you could do special over time if you love the team. I just don't know if I love it. I got fired from Arizona. I had to go somewhere. I left South Carolina. So, anyways, guys, enough of me blabbering on. Just a little bit of the recap, of everything that we've been through coming up on this 17th season. Everywhere we came from, we've made the tournament a lot. The farthest we went all the way to the Final Four. We should have had it this year, but ever since South Carolina in our last year, we haven't done too well since. So we're coming up year 5 since we left the Gamecocks, which was our main team. So, all right, let's see what we can do. 4th year at Clemson. What do we got? Let's start the new season. All right, boys, here we are at the start of the new season. Let's check out these emails really quick. Recruiting class, we finished at 12th. Any crazy conference movement? Nope. Colgate joins Ivy. Don't really care. So we'll buy our reports real quick, and then we'll get into the transfer portal, guys. See which one of our guys transfers, and if we need to fill any holes. And we'll also check out these 3 freshmen that we got, and we'll check out their ratings. So we are in the Southeast. We want the premium Southeast report. That's all for us. No need to do anything else. We don't want to blow the budget. We still need camps, and we still need transfers. So 57,000. I should have plenty left over. All right, guys. I will see y'all when we get to transfers, and then we'll see what we need to do. All right, guys. Here we are. We're at the transfer portal. This is, you see a sneak peek of the team here, but let's see who's transferring first. It says Jason Lane is transferred because there's too much competition. He's a guard. Oh, this was one of my freshmen. Yeah, I guess he didn't play a lot, right? 2 minutes a game. Someone like this, he wasn't too concerned on playing time, but he does want to play, right? Like, it's understandable. So, you know, we wish him the best, right? We wish he was on the team, but we had some more talent coming in. So we'll see the guard position. But let's take a look at the roster, guys. And it looked like those freshmen were pretty good. So we'll sort by overall, and then we'll sort by position. So obviously, Karan McMillan and Desmond Knight, they were the 1-2 guard combo that we had last year. We'll see if that holds up, because we have Scott Evans still. But look at this. Ryan Trotty and Marcelo Roberts, initial look as freshmen, we see them as 4 stars. So these guys have high potential. They are freshmen, but they have high potential to develop. They might stay. This guy's only ranked 35th. He might stay 2-3 years. Marcelo Roberts, also a shooting guard. He's a very good player. So we're going to have some options. One person coming off the bench and one person starting. But where does that leave room for Scott Evans? Where does that leave room for Desmond Knight? Where does that leave room for Karan McMillan? Hey, we'll figure all of this out later, right? These are good problems to have. So I could say we're honestly super stacked at the guard position. We don't need any guards. We have easily three quality starting shooting guards and 2 quality point guards. Terrence Hammock, our defensive anchor. Look at that, 89 defense, guys. That's insane. That's so good. So I think this guy is really helpful to us on the defensive front. But we can use some depth behind him, right? Oh, let's not forget David Hastie's here. He's a 4-star too. He's a 4.5-star potential, but he's a little bit more developed. Look at that outside shot. He's a stretch 4. His power 4 can hit that 3. 6'6", 211 pounds from Alabama. Really athletic. That's right. We rated Alabama this year, and just the state of Alabama, and just took their players. So, because Marcelo, he's from Georgia, so whatever. Georgia, Alabama, they're basically the same thing. Alabama, yeah. So 2 Alabamas. So interesting. Looks like David Hasty might start over Dan Hine. I know Dan Hine has like the proficiencies, so that might be a reason to start Dan Hine. He is pretty good for us. But I think David Hasty just kind of has more potential overall, so he's probably going to get the nod. And then Billy Curry, 4-star center. He rebounds. He puts the ball in. I mean, it's pretty good, you know. So do we have depth behind him? We have this David White guy, who's probably not getting too many minutes. Yeah, he basically didn't play. So maybe you get a little bit of center minutes. Maybe we look for some center depth. If I'm looking for depth anywhere, it's going to be small forward, I think, right? Because we don't have a good backup. We have 2 quality power forwards, and I guess you could call 2 quality centers. I mean, David White's not that quality, but he's 7 foot, 265. I mean, he's a big boy, right? Like he'll be able to get the job done, and he can develop. But maybe some small forward depth or center. So that's what I'm going to look for, guys. That was a look at the roster there. Let's go ahead and we'll see. I'll show you guys my. I have 2 scholarships available. I must have not spent a scholarship. So that's good. We can get a center and we can get a forward. So let me show you. I know I've showed you guys my strategy before. So instead of going to the transfers, I like coming to these magazines and seeing the transfer preview right here. And the CPU kind of helps rank these guys for you. So nobody's super elite in there, right? Northern Iowa is a guy from Northern Iowa. Hey, he's the freshman of the year. You know, I mean, if this guy's a small forward, I'll definitely go after him. He's the number one transfer in the eyes of this magazine. So you look at this magazine and you look at the players and you look at the points per game and you kind of take it all together. Like, this guy's a center, Pac-12 freshman of the year, first team. I mean, how can this guy be bad, right? I mean, this guy's a junior, like, so I don't have to commit to him for a while. I mean, Azimi, I don't know how to pronounce the guy's name, so, but the dude's from Colorado. Like, you're not going to be able to miss this guy. So I'm going to just give this guy an offer. I mean, you can look. He's more of a scoring. I mean, he does better in Colorado. This guy's from UVA, you know. So you got to take a look. And we already know his ratings. Apparently, don't trust these initial ratings all the time. He's a good guy. He wants to play. I mean, this guy's quality too. I mean, will he start over Billy Curry? I'm not sure. Maybe. We want to bring in guys who might have the potential to start over Billy Curry. This guy, he's a first team all conference. So I'm gonna lean towards him. So what you do, you come in here, you let this load because there's hundreds and hundreds of transfers on the first day. You come to centers and you sort by point per games here. It takes a long time to switch pages, guys. I hope they could maybe speed this up somehow. Maybe only don't have to load them all on one page, man. You could have like a, you know. So here's the guy from Colorado. I mean, to me, this is a no-brainer to have this guy, even if he has some attitude problems. I mean, he's a great scorer, you know, and he wants to be on a winning team. So we're going to offer him a scholarship in scout and contact. And then I was going to look for forwards only. And I wanted to look at that small forward and see if I can find him. He was from northern Iowa, right? But I don't think he was a huge points per game kind of guy. He was like a 10 point per game. This guy. Yeah, apparently this guy is the best like small forward transfer. So I'm going to give him a scholarship, guys. So I basically went through the magazine, found the guys that they called 1 and 2 in my position, and I went for them. I went for the number 1 small forward and number 1 small forward and the number 1 center based on the magazine here that we looked at. And then now I'll use the rest of my scout and contacts to look up maybe like 10 of each position in case these guys don't work out. So for small forwards, I'll go, for example, and scout all of these top guys and see who I want. I'll pay attention to the school too, right? Like a guy from Alabama State, even though he's like really good, like he's good for his level, but a guy who played for Florida is probably a lot better than a guy who played for Alabama State, right? So you got to take that into account. St. John, I'm down. Don't discount these small schools either, you know, because like you can find diamonds in the rough here. So if you have money and you have contacts, go for it. I just sometimes like to nitpick, like, okay, I try and like Delaware or Western Illinois, like let's find something like Arizona State, like it's Pac-12, you know, SEC. I try and look for those, but then sometimes you also got to look for, you just got to go for whoever the top scorers are. So I'll do the same thing for centers, right? I like scoring centers, so I'll do points per game. Or if you like rebounding centers, you just do rebounds. And then you can kind of look for the guys who are like 10 points, right? I like this guy from UVA, Utah, Creighton. Beautiful. Scout them all. All right, let's sort by points per game now. You know, we'll give this guy Alabama A&M a chance, Montana State. You know, like I'll avoid some of those. Like, but you could find some good players. You know, I'm not saying you can't, but like sometimes you want to like Boston College, decent, right? Like, so. And then also what I like to do is if you want to look at others, I like looking at seniors only, not just for centers, but you can look at all the seniors, rate them by points per game or however you want to do it, and see if you can find any senior talent. And since you only got to keep these guys for 1 year and you get the scholarship back, it's really helpful. I'm trying to avoid any point guards. So this is what I like to do as well. Like if you can't find any quality transfers, just pick up a senior, right? Because you have there's nothing bad with picking up a senior. You get the scholarship back right away anyways to spend on a freshman. So you might as well just have some depth with the senior. Don't pick up a guy with a bad attitude, obviously. But so there you go. That's kind of my thoughts on how I do transfer portals. Again, I know some of you guys like to see like how I do the transfers, how I find these guys. It's just trial and error, using a little bit of the magazines as a guide. Don't just look at the players 1 through 5, right? Like look at the 6 through 10. The other ones as well. I was just a little greedy and quick and just did the very first page. But if I was really doing this, I would look through all the pages and give this a week, right? Don't just do transfers on the first week. You got to give it time. And then as well, seniors. If you can't find any, at least try to look for a good senior, maybe a D, or not a D, like D is last rank. Try to find some C's. If you can find a B, that's great. You have a B player for 1 year as you fill his scholarship with a better freshman. So, all right, guys, enough of me rambling. Let's go on and try to progress through this transfer portal and see how we can round up the team. It should be a very competitive team again. We just hopefully don't fall flat foot, but let's get going. All right, boys, here we are, week two, and nobody committed to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm coming back into this magazine, and I just want to see if they committed. So look, we see this guy's a 2.5 star now. So like, maybe he's not that good. Like, he's the #1 ranked transfer from this magazine, but he's only 2.5 star current. What about this guy? So 4.5 stars. So, you know, maybe don't take this for a complete 100%, right? Like, you know, maybe the AI just thought he was really good just because of his awards, right? Like freshman of the year, but like same thing with this dude. So, but I like this guy. He's not friendly, unfortunately. He's popular. He wants minutes. You might be able to start over Billy Curry. I mean, getting those kind of numbers. 100 inside shooting with a great scoring. I mean, this guy is a stud. The only thing is he's not friendly, but yeah, I mean, if I could ball like this, I might not be friendly either. The only thing, he doesn't really know our offenses that well. He knows the high post, but I mean, like, it doesn't matter. I mean, he can kind of just free flow in the offense. I mean, he's just going to be a disruptive force. So we'll see if he had any interest. I still like this guy as well as a backup option, but I don't want him to commit elsewhere. I didn't look at any other small forwards yet, so you know what? You guys are going to see this live. I did a little bit of a tutorial for y'all. Let's follow through. Okay, we're going to take a look. Let's take a look at that center first. That's our crown jewel right there out of this transfer portal if we get him. If he has any interest on us, that's going to be complete bravo. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any interest in us. The interest is still low. He wants to go to a different school. I mean, can't convince the guy to stay. You know, we offered him a scholarship. We didn't even move up on him a little bit. He has no interest in coming. Don't crash a party that you're not invited to. You know, move on. I do like this guy from Virginia still. I told you as a backup option, so we might give him the nod. He is still looking to go to some good schools like Ohio State, Alabama, UConn, and Memphis. Gonna go for him, right? Like I told you, this guy was my backup option, 4-star. At a 4-star, he's a sophomore. He's a good guy, but he wants to play. You're gonna play. You're either gonna be the starter or the backup. We'll just have to see, right? But it's always good to add depth, right? Because the only thing they do is they just transfer out, right? If they don't, but we can give you minutes, right? He's better than the 2-star. So we're adding depth. Small forward. We'll take a look at that together. We'll do the points per game. Hey, we got the interest from the guy from Northern Iowa, but is he as good as we really think he is, right? He's not friendly either, and he wants solid minutes. Like, he's not going to get minutes here, so we're going to have to look at other places. Look at this guy from Delaware. Remember, I told you guys to scout these, like, weird schools. Remember, like, even the guy from Florida we thought was good. He sucks. He's a D. It's not as good as you think, right? Like, some of these guys can be busts. He's a really good, developed 2-star right now. Like, he's good, but that's all he'll be. So I see B's, right? So I take a look at these B's. So let's take a look at this guy from Delaware, sir. 3.5 for 4. He's basically developed. Not concerned about playing time. That's good because he would be a depth player. The thing is do I want to hold a scholarship for 2 years, right? Can I find a senior? That's what I'm looking. Can I find a senior that can get it done? So I could fill the scholarship again, right? Like, look at this guy. 2.5-star, 4-star potential. I mean, he's basically pretty good in everything. He plays defense, which I really like for a depth player. I really, really like that. He wants solid minutes. I don't know if he gets solid minutes, you know, but he's a senior. I only have to hold him for 1 year. Highly, highly considering that. Even this guy from Moorhead, even though he's a 2-star, I mean, look at that. Like, he's kind of developed. He's not amazing, right? Just look at him as a 2-star guy, though. As a 2-star, he's pretty good. Plays defense. Not friendly, wants to play. See, I don't like the attitude issues. This guy as well, not friendly, yeah. So we continue to look. This guy, sophomore from Arizona State. Okay, 3.5 stars. We see him right now. You know, not friendly. Expect starters minute. Probably not going to be able to get that for you, right? We have Hammock. So this is what you have to do, guys. So I'm going to go and maybe scout some more players and look through the rest of these guys. I don't want to bore you with forever. Just want to give you guys what it takes and what you have to do. I'm probably going to scout some seniors and look again. So we'll see if we get our center. I'll look for some small forwards. And we'll just keep cracking from there, guys. See you in a minute. All right, boys, here we are, third week. So we didn't get the guy that we want from UVA. He went somewhere else. So this is the plan. Honestly, I kind of want to get through this because I think the scholarships will be better used on freshmen. I'm going to offer this guy, small forward, just to add some defense to the depth. He wants solid minutes. We'll get him decent minutes, right? Whatever. Well, he's a senior. It's not like he can transfer again, right? It's going to be your final destination. You want to come here, you can come here. If not, you can pick another school to play for. And we're going to go do the same thing with this center from Marist. It's an interesting name. I don't recognize that college well, but he plays defense. He's a good guy. Like, they're not complaining, right? He's average. We're going to get him a scholarship just so I can get through this. I'm going to go scout a little bit, guys. We'll see if we get these guys, and we'll see if we can get on to the actual high school recruiting, see who we pick up there, and then let's get into some games, and let's see how this roster plays out, you know? I think we've had a couple disappointing flat years in the playoffs, but we need to just keep building momentum and keep on going. You know, we gotta get past the hump ourselves. All right, guys, I just wanted to bring you back one more time for the transfer portal to show you that they both commit. Let's just take a look at them really quick. Little small forward depth here, right, with Greg Green, right, 2.5 star player, can play some defense. He's just an overall solid guy. Alabama State, you get your 1 year at Clemson, you know, you play for a bigger school. You're coming off the bench, that's fine. Same thing with, but now Treva here, he's a 3-star. He's actually going to have some backup center minutes. So, I really like our team. I mean, if you take a look at this team and you sort it out, you know, we have Karan McMillan, who's one of our better players. We're going to have to figure out this Ryan Trotting Marcello thing. And it looks like Scott Evans and Desmond Knight. I'm going to end up probably benching them. I want the guys with higher potential out there on the floor, you know. So Desmond Knight's probably going to come off the bench. You know, it's going to be hard to keep one of these guys off the field, but we'll see. Somebody's got to come off the bench. Because if Scott Evans isn't playing, I mean, we can kiss Scott Evans goodbye, right? This guy's going to transfer. So it's going to be a miracle for him not to transfer. We'll deal with the roster situation in a little bit, guys. Let's get past these portals. Let's get into recruiting. Let's get past this episode a little bit. I appreciate you guys sticking through and hanging out with me. Y'all are awesome. Let's get through this, see how the start of recruiting plays out, what we need. We'll go from there. All right, boys, we're done with the transfer portal. We take a look at the revamped team after, you know, all of that. It still looks about the same. Karan McMillan, we still got a problem here. It's not a problem. It's a good problem to have. David Hasty still looking like the early starter as a freshman. And we have 3 quality freshmen that could come in and start right away. Terrence Hammock, really great defender, defensive player of the year, right? Like, you're not going to stop that guy. Like, you're going to put him on the court. And then center, Billy Curry. This guy's going to be the backup, our transfer. Small forward, Greg Green. Looks like he'll be a decent backup. So we got another solid squad. We should be able to make a pretty good run. I mean, this is a good team. Look how much 4-star talent we have. You cannot have this amount of 4-star talent, even though a lot of it, yes, is in the guard position. But look at the rest. We can still fill out a great team. I mean, our depth is a little suspect, but it's there. I mean, we have a 3.5 star and a couple 3 stars coming off the bench. It's looking like a pretty solid team. Can it make a super deep run? I don't know. I mean, this is a very deep squad. This is a squad that can sustain injury well, and especially in the guard position. We'll see, right? Let's get these travels going for these next recruits, right? I definitely want to go to Indy. No need to go here. We just need to go to Indy, and we need to go to the Memphis camp. Those are the camps that really matter to us. We're from the South. We don't really need to attend these other camps. So we'll attend the camps, guys. and we'll get started with recruiting. Actually, yeah, we'll get with recruiting. We'll see what position we need to go after, how many scholarships we have. You guys know how I do recruiting. I don't want to show all of high school recruiting. It's already almost 30 minutes into this video, and we're still just at recruiting. So I'll probably want to make recruiting go a little bit quick, so that way for the next half we can get the games and the actual season going. But gotta prep for the future, right? You gotta prep like you're still gonna be here. All right, boys, it's saving. Let's go ahead and see, who our seniors are and where we need to, fill the gap. I don't think we're gonna need guards anytime soon. We should account for some of these guards transferring, though. We got to think that maybe Scott Evans. See, Darius is the senior guard, and we have to maybe account for Desmond or Scott Evans transferring, right, with Darius scholarship. Because like if Darius was the only one that went away, and I knew we were going to keep all 5 of our main guards, not this walk-on, I wouldn't get a guard. But I have to worry that either Marcelo, Scott, Desmond, one of these guys who's not getting the playing time is going to transfer. So I am going to look for a shooting guard or a point guard in anticipation for losing a guard to transfer. I just believe it's going to happen. If it doesn't happen, well, great. We have a bigger problem with way more depth at guard, and we'll see, right? We definitely need to add another small forward because Greg Green. Yeah, we have the scholarships from Greg Green and from our center from our transfer, so we can fill in there too. I might get 2 small forwards if possible. Doesn't look like that might be possible, so let's take a look at these emails. Recruiting. Yep. I have 3 scholarships, right? Okay, so I can go guard, small forward, center. Or I can go like double small forward, center, something like that. Like guard is so good, but we have to anticipate someone to transfer. Like you just kind of have to think, having that much depth, somebody's going to leave, and you want to be able to sustain some of that depth, right? We'll see. I don't know. It could be a bad strategy. We could be overloading on guards, but that's the strategy I'm going to go with, guys. I'm going to get recruiting. Enough of me gambling. I will give y'all some updates when we find some nice prospects on who to go after. All right, boys. I wanted to show you 2 guys that I'm thinking about going after. This guy's a top 10 in his position. He's a top 25 camper. He was pretty good. He has Florida and Vanderbilt on him, and otherwise he's looking at some suspect schools, like nothing crazy. Or there's Matt White, who has every top school in him. We're in his list. He's top 25, cares about location facilities. We got that. I think since we're in this guy's top 10, we're going to go for him. He is a little bit better. He's in the top 5 in his position. We're going to give Matt White the scholarship and hopefully climb up on some of these rankings and hopefully convince him in the in-home visit. But there's a very good chance I might go double small forward, say screw the guard, and just get Neil Brown too. I'm very, very highly considering it, just to have some really good small forward depth. And I don't think the centers are looking that good this year, so we might go small forward, guard, and then maybe use one of the transfers on a center. Usually it's really easy to find a pretty decent center in the portal, so I'm kind of going after best available player right now, but I still got a lot of recruiting to do, guys. So that is going to be our one offer for right now, and I'll keep you updated with any more coming up. All right, boys, I have made the executive decision that I am giving my scholarship to Neil Brown, the other elite small forward. They're both top 5 in our region as well. I need to get at least one of them, and I cannot risk just putting all my eggs in the basket of Matt White, right? Matt White has a lot of competition for this guy's signature. So honestly, Neil Brown might be a good choice too. So we need to offer him early. And I'm still debating on this other scholarship. Probably shooting guard, maybe a center, something like that. We'll see. We need somebody who can provide some impact. Guard is probably like not our goal right now, right? Because we might lose one and we can get another senior and transfer and then fill it. Guard's pretty easy to fill in high school, but We'll see. We'll see. We usually find big men in the transfer, but so far we're just going after those 2 small forwards, hoping to land one of them, and we're going to keep on recruiting. Hopefully find some targets and then get after it. All right, guys. I was really confused on who to go with this scholarship for. We're going to shoot for the stars here with Joe Bain. He's a shooting guard. He's a 5-star. He would be an elite pickup to the squad. Would be almost an immediate starter, one and done. We're going to try and pick him up, and we're not even on his top 10, but we're going to pitch him on us being one of the best teams in the ACC. We got the playing time. Even though we're deep, he would be a really good player. It's going to be a hard sell, but we're going to try it. We're going to shoot for the moon. If not, there's some lower level centers out there that I'm okay with. We still have those 2 small forwards that we're going after, so we'll see if we can make any progress, man. So I'll see you guys at the in-home visits, but it's a very, very interesting recruiting cycle we have coming up here. All right, boys. Here we are at in-home visit. Nobody has committed yet, and they're all a little warm on me. This is a good sign. We're really, really shooting for the moon on this shooting guard here. We're going to visit him and talk to him about conference prestige. Use our elite recruiting tactics to try and jump all these teams and get this guy to be a Clemson Tiger and get his signature and add him to the insane depth of shooting guard that we have. And just become shooting guard university, man, and just dominate and hopefully get an elite player like this who can be a difference maker. You know, some might say, hey, why are you stacking so much talent at one position? And it's like, I just want the competition to play out. I just want to bring in the best players year over year and let the best players play and then see what we can do. So we're going to go visit him. And then we got both of our small forwards here. This guy's from Louisiana. We're not even on his list. I'm going to pitch him facility since we just got that facility upgrades. B+ is pretty good. He's also not too far away from South Carolina, from Louisiana, but we're going to give him the facility pitch with our brand new facilities that we got. Same thing with Neil Brown. Actually, we're going to pitch him on location. He's from Georgia. That's right next door to Clemson. Literally right next door. So we'll visit and we'll talk about how you're basically playing home, man. He wants to play in the ACC. Like, perfect. And then our backup, I'm going to show you who our backup is, guys. He's a pretty decent center. This Junior Smith guy right here. He was a top 10 player in region. He's like top 50 at his position, right? He's a top 10 player in our region. Top 50. I mean, it makes sense. He's probably like a top 300. He'll be my backup offer. He's from Florida. It's not terribly far. It's still kind of far. But he'll be my backup option. He was ranked, like I said, in the 270s. Was there anyone who was better, actually? 290s, yeah. So, yeah, Junior, he'll be our backup option. He would definitely be a depth point guard, or sorry, depth center. He would just be pure depth. But anyways, guys, I'm going to advance, and we're going to see if we get any of these dudes, if we can convince any of these dudes to come, or if we really put ourselves behind in recruiting, we'll have to just go after some medium level to depth level players for what we currently got. So let's see what happens. All right, boys, we got 2 decisions, both from the small forward. So we're going to see if we can get at least one of these 2. Hopefully we get both of them and we get a pick. So let's take a look at Neil Brown. It went well. Matt White, impressed. Maybe we have a change to Joe Bain. We impressed him, but he didn't commit yet, so maybe we're making some movement on him. Junior Smith, he really wants to come play, I know, because he's the underrated recruit getting recruited by Clemson. So, all right, let's see what Neil Brown says. He's chosen our school. Matt White, he's chosen our school. We get both of them, baby. Our elite recruiting skills are coming in handy, and we're starting to grab these top 10, top 5 positions. And, wow, we just landed in both elite small forwards of the classes, so we get to pick and choose who we want, and we have some depth here for a while. Even if one of them transfers in the future, we're going to have some good depth there. That is a great recruit. Let's take a look at Joe Bain from right here. We jumped up to 4th. We went from nowhere to 4th. We're going to keep talking to him. Talk to him about conference prestige. It looks like we're gonna fly up this guy's where our elite recruiting skills are coming in, and we're being able to pull top tier talent like this. Let's go. Hopefully he gets the commit to our insane number of shooting guards that we have, and he's gonna come in as a 4.5-star, pure 5-star, and take the starting job from one of these guys like right away. It's gonna be crazy if he commits. crazy. We're gonna have 4 elite shooting guards. One of these guys has to transfer, right? I mean, it's crazy what we have going on. Anyways, I'm gonna spend the rest of my in-home visits, guys, just on some decent like backup options. But I think we're gonna get our dude, and then we'll call it a day, or not a day. We'll call it a recruiting. We'll get into the regular season. Let's go. Wanted to bring you boys back just to see our out of conference. Pretty favorable, basically all home games except for this one away for the San Francisco Dons. Pretty easy games. I didn't request to have really easy games. I think this is just what the athletic director gave us this year. Looks like there's some good teams. Of course, there's always good teams in the ACC, but we're going to try and get South Carolina back this year, man. They've gotten us a lot. I think we've beaten them like once. We're like 1-2 against them right now. Maybe 0-3. I'm not sure. I would have to go back and rewatch the episodes. But somebody let me know in the comments. But not a bad schedule. Really easy. No conference or no tournament. So going to be a pretty quick schedule for us. So anyways, guys, hey, let's get into it, and let's check in about that last recruit, and then we'll get into some games. And boys, I'll just let you see it right here. No need to recruit. Joe Bain made big news today. His top 3 choices were Clemson, Memphis, and Florida, and he announced that he would be attending Clemson. Our elite skills have absolutely turned around that recruit, who is a 5-star recruit. I don't know if we have... No, we've definitely gotten a 5-star recruit, but we have now a 5-star shooting guard joining an elite group of players that we already have at the position. This guy is going to be an absolute stud. Let's take a look at that. This recruiting class is crazy. Let's compare it to the ACC. We're on top of the ACC so far. We do have a lot of the most commitments. North Carolina and Duke still have to recruit, but we have 58 points. That is really, really good. How does that compare nationally right now? Right now, that's in the top 5. I think we'll finish in the top 15. Definitely we'll finish in the top 15. Maybe we'll finish in the top 10. Maybe just outside. You know, but I'm really, really proud of this recruiting class. I mean, we just keep stacking talent after talent. We should be good at small forward for a while with these 2 boys, with them training up, getting them going. Joe Bain should step in right away. We already have good point guard depth. We have good power forwards right now. Center, we can always work on in the transfer portal, and we can get some next cycle. Things are looking really, really good, but guys, we are out of scholarships. So we are done with recruiting. Recruiting is done for us. We did an excellent job with grabbing our top 5 targets, basically. I mean, this is not necessarily our targets, but the top 5, like 3 of the top 5 rated on our list. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It just shows that we're getting better at recruiting, and we have a really good recruiting staff as well. It shows you how much that helps in being able to convince these guys. And sometimes, guys, even if you're not on that top 10, it just shows you have to go for it, right? You have to go for it anyways. So, all right, guys, I'm going to get through practice the rest of the off season. We know he committed. We're going to get through the rest of this off season, and then we're going to show you the depth chart, and then we're going to get through the schedule and start playing some games. See what roster we have right now before we add these guys on. And, hey, we always check out the job offers too, right? But in this recruiting class, we're starting to stack great recruiting class after recruiting class, but we needed to start paying off a little bit, right? So we'll see. This is our 4th year here. This is basically my team. Yeah, this is my 4th year here at Clemson. This is basically my team. We would add another one to we would add another recruiting class to my 5th year, which would be insane. You know, we are recruiting really, really well here at Clemson. We just need to keep executing. Just execute. Eventually we'll get there, right? So eventually, I mean, how long is it going to take though, right? We got to keep pushing through. I mean, we have a really good thing going on here at Clemson. I know I talk bad, but I mean, we're recruiting really well here, and they're giving us facility upgrades and stuff. So we'll see how things go here. It's starting to turn around a little bit. However, this is always deceiving. Every time we do good in recruiting, we get knocked out in the 2nd round. So, guys, enough of me blabbering. Let's get to the regular season. You guys have watched 40 minutes of recruiting and transfer portal and how to build a team. Now let's go and see how our current team plays. All right, boys, here we are. We're at the start of the season. Let's go ahead and go to the depth chart. I kind of have an idea of what I want the depth chart to be, but I'm going to let the AI suggest, and then I'll go ahead and adjust it from there. All right, so they want to start Karan McMillan still at point guard. I agree. I think he's our best player still. He's our best playmaker. He's a really good defender, and he is basically the staple of our offense. Ryan Trotty, the freshman, in at shooting guard. I do agree with. He had the better outside shot, the better rebounding and passing, good free throws compared to Marcelo Roberts, who is the better scorer. He can create a shot better, but he doesn't have the great outside shot or rebounding. So I think Marcelo will be better coming off the bench since he can create his own shot. I really do enjoy that. I do like Marcelo as the backup guard, shooting guard. Now, Desmond Knight, I do like as the backup point guard. He can pass the ball really well, and he knows the offense, and he's pretty proficient. I'm just looking at Scott Evans over here, who's taken up some small forward minutes, I guess just to play some. Like he can be there, but Scott Evans, I'm worried we might lose to transfer because we just don't have a great role for him. He can make his own shot, so that's why he's playing a little small forward, but it's a little awkward, right? Anyways, let's look at more of our starters here. Terrence Hammock, we knew he was going to start. Defensive Player of the Year, he's definitely starting. Really good outside shot, like he can do it all. This is our other freshman, so we're starting two freshmen. David Hastings, 4-star, he's a great stretch four, great outside shot. Has some bad relationship problems right now, but he'll get used to it when we start winning. So David Hastings, and then Billy Curry again on the inside, who can rebound and put the ball in the basket. This guy's going to be a good 10 and 5 with some blocks. You know, we really like that. So I like our starting lineup. We start all 4 stars along with a 4.5 star, and our bench goes 3.5 star, 4 star, 4 star. Dan Hine, I do like. Yeah, Grunman, we can move down. We don't need. And then David White as the backup. No shot. Put this transfer in. What are you talking about? Yeah, give this guy. I'm even thinking our transfer in Greg Green should be getting that small forward minute. He is a senior. Let's move this guy up. I mean, this guy should be getting. I want Scott Evans to get some minutes too, but I mean, Greg Green, he'll be there as a backup. He's not getting any minutes now, just because I mean we're so deep. And then I mean Scott Evans, I mean he's only playing 4 minutes as a guard. You know, like as a 4-star player or sophomore, he just lost his position to a freshman. Same thing with Desmond Knight. I mean, our bench is nasty. We have a 3-guard nastiness. You know, we might as well just play a guard at small forward. That's okay with me. Even look, Marcelo's playing a little bit of small forward. So we literally took all the small forward minutes from our transfers and spread them out between our guards to make them play a little bit more. Desmond's playing a little shooting guard. You know, I don't know how they're doing this. I don't know how the AI set this up, but I'm just going to leave it. I like it. I like who's playing. Like Greg Green, transfer, you were cool. Like, but, you know, you're only going to get minutes really, like if we really need you. We have a great deep core of 4-star players that are going to play. I like this, guys. I like Karan McMillan, Ryan. I like our freshman. I like the Defensive Player of the Year. I like David Hasty, and I like Billy Curry. I like the team. I think we can make some noise where we don't have any true 5-star players, but we don't have any true bad player. Our bench itself could be a decent starting 5 for like a mid-major, like 3-star, and you just play these guys, or maybe you play this guy. I mean, that would be a decent lineup for a lot of mid-majors to do well in, and they're on our bench. So, all right, guys, enough of me yapping. Let's get to some games. Let's be honest, right? We have really easy games up until the South Carolina game. Let's play out these games. Let's see how well we do. We should go undefeated. Honestly, the only trip up could be here on this road, but other than that, I would be very disappointed if we lost to any of these teams. Let's get to South Carolina, the rivalry game, play it out, and let's see what kind of season we have, and we'll check the stats and everything. I really, really think we have a shot with this team to make it to do well. I don't want to say we can make it deep. We definitely should make the NCAAs. We need to compete for a top half spot in the ACC. Maybe we can finish top 4. Yeah, I think this is we basically returned the whole team, and then we added in 2 4-star freshmen. You know, that have potential to be 5 stars. Let's go. Let's go. Enough talking. Enough looking at the team, seeing what we can do. Our strategy's good. I like our strategy. Let's put the iron. Let's put iron on iron. Let's play some basketball. I will see you guys at the South Carolina game. Enough chatting. All right, boys. Welcome back. Like I told you, 7-0. Nothing strange. Had a close game against California Baptist, huh? But other than that, we've really handled business and taken care of all these lower level teams. Now we got the game against South Carolina. They're 4-2 right now. We do have a hefty advantage over them. Our team is very, very, very balanced. Let's take a look at the stats. I haven't taken a look at these. 3 double-digit scores. Terrence Hammock is actually going off. 15, 2 assists, 6 rebounds. Wow, 15, 2, and 6, guys, with almost 1 and 1. This guy is an absolute stud right now. Playing out of his mind. 7 games so far, doing really well. Billy Curry up there as well, taking a step up. 11, 2, and 6. 1 and 2. My man, this guy is a defensive beast. 2 steals. Look at this, guys. Our defense is absolutely carrying us. Karan McMillan, 11, 6, 3, getting steals. I mean, we are a defense-first team. We don't put up huge numbers. Ryan Trotty is a freshman. I mean, 9, 3, 2, 1 and 1. Playing great. Can't ask for much better. He's playing pretty good right now for a freshman. David Hasties, he's getting rebounds 6, 2, and 6. Doing his job, right? He's getting rebounds, right? Not everybody can be the scorer. So far, we've played really crap teams, though. Let's not over-exaggerate. I want to sit with you guys here. We got our LOIs, of course. I want to sit with you guys here and see if we can finally beat our rivals, our former school, South Carolina. You know what? I am just curious to see how they are doing. Just like in the couple years that I've been away, you know, how have they been doing? There's South Carolina. Let's take a look at their history. So we left. This will be our 5th year leaving, and they've made the tournament ever since. They are probably slowly in decline. They've nowhere reached like this 4-year stretch on when we had such an elite team. I'm hoping to get back to these days, but unfortunately it'd be with a different team. But how's their, you know, they're hanging right in there on prestige. They have really good facilities still. They were A+ when we were there. They haven't really got the budget increases, and that's what kind of holds these schools back, right? They need more money to be able to recruit. But heck, you know what? We're at Clemson now. We're having a great recruiting class. We're having a great season so far. I can't tell you how excited I am about that recruiting class, guys. I mean, basically a bunch of top 30 kids. You know, they have a lot of good things going here. We just need to get out of our own way and actually play good basketball. Enough stalling. Let's finally get a win over our rivals in our former school. Finally, we beat them. Ryan Trotty, our freshman, goes off. We finally get a win. I think we've gotten one before, but honestly, it's been like I felt like we've lost 2 in a row. So this one is good. We beat them almost by 20. Our freshman goes off. He proves me right, and we are 8-0 to start off the year. And guys, I think we have a bunch of good things coming. Good things coming. We have one more out of conference game, which is going to be a dub, right? I mean, it's just St. Francis, and then we start conference play. So, guys, how about we get in? We're going to get the dub, right? We're going to be 9-0. We're going to be there. Let's take a look at our schedule here. We got a nice game against Miami at home, and then followed by a couple of nice home games. You know, then we have a nice 3-game road stretch here against 2 really good teams, right? You guys see them. I'm not going to read off their names. You guys see them. And then look at this home stretch, guys. Just like This is everyone in the ACC is good. You know, this is a brutal stretch. You know, so let's get to like what are we, December 14th right now? Let's go ahead and get to the start of February, guys, and then we'll go from there. We'll sim about 10 games here, maybe more. How many games is this? Like 11 games, okay? I want to try and win. Ooh, that's tough. We have like 5 road games too. I'll just leave it up to the players, okay, guys? I'm not even going to make a prediction. I mean, we should be pretty good. I want them to surprise me. We'll see what kind of team we are. I'll see you guys at the end of January. You know, the stats are going to be quite the same. The same 3 guys are going to lead the way, and we'll see how it goes. Yo, boys, what's going on? I wanted to bring you guys back into the action. We're actually at January 25th, a little bit before February, but I wanted to bring you guys for a big game. I kind of like showcasing some like big games for you guys, you know, just kind of maybe add a little mix to show you some of the bigger games. Not all of the big games, but, you know, some of the ones that really matter. So if you take a look here, we're doing pretty good. We're ranked 11th, 16-1, 7-1 in ACC play. There's a lot of good teams now, man. Purdue has a lot of losses, but they're doing good in their conference. But, you know, these will start to shape out over. But we have a couple really, really good teams here. I think we're one of them. We're right there in the ACC. You know, we're tied for first along with these guys. But I wanted to bring you guys back here to show this North Carolina game. It's not every time you get to play the #1 team in the country, so I think this is the only one we're going to stop at. If I look here, like, yeah, the Virginia game's cool, but I don't want to hold up the episode too much. Maybe I'll stop at it if it turns out to be interesting, just to play it out before we get to the end. But I wanted to play this North Carolina game. You know, #1 team in the country would go on the road. You know, that's what it is. We're doing really well right now, 7-1. If you want to take a look back on the schedule, we beat Notre Dame on the road. That was a huge win on the road. We did take a loss to Miami. They were a tough team, like 12-4 at the time. So they are like unranked, but they're pretty good. And then we got a win in overtime against NC State. Even though NC State, they're like a middle of the pack ACC team, it's hard to get these wins on the road. So I was proud of the boys, and then we've been handling business. We are a really good team. We're like a defense-first team. We take a look at our insights. Our defense is second in defensive rating, second in blocks. Like, our defense is really, really good. We don't have the greatest offense, but our defense really makes up for it. So hopefully, you know, that's enough, but we'll see. So let's go ahead and sim this game against North Carolina, guys, see what happens. I think they are the favorite. They are definitely the favorite. It is in their place. You know, if we had them in our home court, I think we would have a much better chance. But going on the road, this is going to be a really tough game. But let's see. Like, let's kind of test where we are. On the road, it's tough, though. Let's just keep it competitive. Yeah, see, we lost by 6. We kept it competitive, you know, but they're just, you know, that's that home court, right? 6 points. It's so close. Any small margin, you know, call, you know, bounce a ball, it can go either way. So we're right there on the road with the #1 team in the country. So we don't get them again in the regular season, but maybe we get them in conference tournament play. So that is going to put us a little bit down here, but we're going to still fight for a top 4 spot in the ACC. I think we're still a really, really good team, but there's still a lot of competition. Maybe we'll check back in on that Virginia game, but let's take a look at some stats here, guys. Let's see. Is it the same dudes? It is. Terrence. David Hasty's starting to pick it up, though. 10-1 and 5, basically. Billy Curry as well, still doing his thing. It's starting to even out a little bit more. Look, these guys are at 9.8, basically 10. So 14, 10, 10, 10, 10. Basically, all the starters are contributing very, very equally. If you look at our pie chart, it's probably really equal. 11. Ryan Trotty, the freshman, is really good. Terrence is actually making a big deal. David and Bill Curry. So actually, it's very, very even. We have a really deep team, good bench. You know, we're still missing something. We're still missing a little juice, like a little star player to just go off, right? But we are a very, very solid team. top to bottom, down to the bench, everywhere. So, guys, let's go ahead and let's get to the end of the season. Right, we're at January 26th. We have February, and then just a couple games in March. We're 7-2 right now. Let's see how we finish off, and I'll see you when we get to conference tournament play. All right, boys, welcome back. We just finished the regular season. I mean, what a regular season, man. I don't know what to say. We're doing amazingly, and let's just take a look at the stats really quick. We'll just go by stats. I mean, we are, like I said, still everyone's averaging 10. The starting 5, as well as the bench players. I mean, I haven't given much shout out to the bench players, but they're doing their role. They're doing their job too, and they're getting things done. Look at Marcelo Roberts on the bench. He's not happy, right? Look, this is why we got that 5-star freshman. This guy's going to transfer for sure. He's been pretty good for us, but he wants to start, right? He wants to play in the game as the starter. He deserves to be. He's going to transfer. This guy's a senior, but this is why Marcelo, he's most likely going to transfer, and this is why, my friends, we recruited this freaking insane shooting guard to come here and play for us. So he'll be a great bench replacement. We're hoping he's better than Ryan, even as Ryan goes into his sophomore year. We're hoping he's better and can compete, so that's why we did that. But love the way the team's going. I haven't looked at all of these really quick. I know, I don't know why Billy Curry would be upset, but I mean, I don't think he'll transfer. He has the starting job locked down. We're definitely going to lose Marcelo Desmond. He's a little cranky, but not too bad. When you win a lot of games like we're winning, guys, we went 18-2. We started what was it, 7-2 after that? We didn't lose a game. We didn't lose a game after this North Carolina loss. We won every single game, even this 1-point game on the road win against Syracuse, blowing out ranked Wake Forest at home. I mean, we just caught fire. I mean, smoking ranked top 10 Virginia, beating the Wake Forest on their home court, like smoking Duke. Like, Duke is an afterthought in this series. They could have me as their coach, but here I am, and here we are in a similar situation where we were last time, ranked number 4, but this time we have a lot more wins with only 2 losses. Here we were capable of losing. We've only lost twice here, and we're ranked 4. We'll take a look at the insights. Still really good defensively. Don't have crazy offensive stats because we're like a defense-first kind of team. But holy moly, are we the regular season champs? We are the regular season champs again, even though North Carolina has a win over us. You don't get trophies for that, but you know what? It means something to me, okay? The regular season has to mean something to somebody, and it means something to me as the coach and as the for the players. Like, when we play the regular season, we play to win, right? And we did better than everyone in our conference. Look at Virginia Tech, 1-19. Holy moly. But 18-2 in the ACC. This is amazing. Really, really proud of the boys. But now we really need to learn how to translate this success that we can do in the regular season to tournament play, both in our conference and the NCAAs. We really need to be able to step up during those times. We've had a lot of regular season success before. 20 wins every single season since I've been here. Now we're at 27. We ended at 28. We're definitely going to get over 28. We have a chance to get to 30. We really do have a chance to get to 30 wins, the lucrative 30 wins. How many 30-win seasons do I even have in my career? 1, 2 when we made a Final Four and a super deep Sweet 16 run, almost in this Elite 8, a couple 29s, So we have a chance. I mean, we have everything in play. We have a complete team, top to bottom, through the bench, through everything. We have it all. We just need to put it together. Let's look at the polls and media. Apparently North Carolina, Iowa State, and Gonzaga are a couple teams that are a little bit better than us. I beg to differ. We'll prove it on the basketball court, but I beg to differ. We play a much more brutal schedule than Gonzaga. I know Gonzaga is historically great. We played a much more brutal schedule than that West Coast Conference schedule. So, but other than that, I'm trying to look for some prizes. Temple, I guess, not always up there. pretty interesting kind of rankings here. But North Carolina on top. We're looking to get a win over them in the ACC tournament. Hopefully, we might face them in the NCAAs, but we have positioned ourselves, and we have proven that we are one of the top schools still. We have brought this program from nothing, very shortly. When we got here, they were doing okay, not really. Look, they didn't make the NCAAs for like 5 years since, and then we come in here and we change it. I'm starting to grow a little connection towards Clemson, especially knowing that we're getting these kind of recruiting classes and players coming out of these recruiting classes. Like, show me something special here, right? Like, I need to see something special. All right, guys, let's get into conference tournament play. Let's see what we can do here. Actually, before we do that, we didn't make any Norton Awards or anything, but let's see if anyone declares for the draft. Karan McMillan. Okay, so that's a little bit interesting. Karan McMillan, the 4.5 star, he's really accelerated as a junior, and he is going to go and get drafted. That's going to be so awesome to see. This is a homegrown product for us. We recruited this guy and played him right out of high school. He started all 3 years he was here, and now he is going to go play in the NBA. So that's really awesome to see. We're going to have our first drafted player, because I think even doing this almost 17 years now. Oh, we have had one drafted player, so he might be our second drafted player. And we're starting to build a lot of momentum here at Clemson. I mean, we're just back-to-back ranked seasons. I mean, we're doing what we were doing, like we were doing at South Carolina, but we're doing it in arguably a way harder conference, and with way harder competition that has way more resources than us. But I like where we are. I like this changing of the guard. But let's get into the tournament play, guys. We're the regular season champs. The stats are about the same. It's a team effort, a defense first effort. 18-0 at home, 9-2 on the road. Where we are, I do believe me and North Carolina are the number 1 and number 2 school. All right, let's go ahead and get into tournament play, into conference tournament play. Let that all shake out, and then we'll get to the tournament show, and we will see how our NCAA run goes. Let's hope for something magical, guys. If you're still watching right now, let's hope for something magical. You know how far we've come so far, especially if you're one who has watched all the episodes. You've seen how far we've come. I'm trying to admire the team. We're going to lose Karan McMillan. Darius isn't really helpful. Green wasn't that well. So, and we are returning, we're going to lose some of these guys to transfer, but we are returning a lot of really, really good talent. And we get to add these elite players that we just recruited onto. So, I'm really, really, really excited for the future and for the now. We are in the now as well. 27-2 is very, very impressive for this team. This team has everything it takes. Has everything it takes to make a deep run. All right, guys, enough rambling. I'm just hoping I feel like if I ramble, I feel like it gives me a better chance at it. But we know it's not true. But come on, we all do crazy things when we want it to happen. 27-2, you don't have an opportunity like this, all the time. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, boys, here we are. March 10th, ACC Conference Tournament play. Actually, real quick, let me delete all these emails. We can get rid of all these emails for right now. And we know Karan McMillan is leaving for the draft. How's Scott Evans feeling? He actually feels pretty okay, even though he's not playing literally at all. I think he's just happy to be on a winning team. I don't know, that was random, but all right, let's get into it, guys. No more stalling. Let's take a look and see what's happened so far. Notre Dame does beat Miami. Any crazy upsets? Oh, Louisville, yeah, upsets Pitt to get in. Other than Duke making a run, knocking out Syracuse. Yikes, hurting those chances. So, all right, we get Notre Dame. It's a tough bid. All right, the first round, we get a top 25 team, right? Like, crazy. A 20-win top 25 team. We should be better than these guys. Come on, like, we are much better. I think we've beaten them. I don't know if we've beaten them twice, but we've definitely beaten them once. So, Let's take care of business. Yeah, guys. I don't know. I just don't know. Like, I just don't know how we can go 27-2 and lose the first game of the ACC tournament. Like, what is that? God, 27-2, and we lost by 17. Like, I just don't understand. Like, how, are we not clutch? Like, what is going on? We've dropped only 2 games, one to the best team in the country. God. Guys, like, I don't even know what to say. I'm so brutalized by this. This is so brutal. How we won 4% of our games, and we lose in the first round. We're gonna get an automatic bid. I'm not worried. I'm just worried we're gonna get upset in the second round again or something. Like, what in the world, man? This is so crazy to me. We blow out the, I don't even know. This is so absurd. Like, I don't even know what to say. So mind blown. I mean, look at this, guys. I mean, you can't make this up. This is 2 episodes in a row, right? 2 episodes in a row. Holy moly. It must just be the worst timing in the world. But, like, it can't get any more brutal. Like, we need to make up for this tragedy of an ACC tournament. We need to make up for this in the NCAAs. If we don't make the Sweet 16, at least, at the minimum, I will lose my mind. There's no way we should not make it out the first weekend. We are a Sweet 16 team for sure. If we don't, I just don't even know what I will do, guys. This is crazy. I just can't believe it happened again. Let's get through this. Whatever. Is North Carolina in there? That's so unbelievable, right, guys? Like, 2 episodes in a row. If you watched the last episode and you watched this one and you're keeping up, I mean, brutal, right? Okay, and now, like, I want to ask you guys, like, can you understand why I'm a little, like, upset and going crazy? Like, we're the #1 team. Oh, okay, and then, like, unseeded Georgia Tech gets in. Like, what is the ACC, man? Is it that brutal? I just have no shot how we lose. We're either a 2 or 3 seed, something like that. It's we need to make the Sweet 16. I know I keep saying it, guys, but we really need to make the Sweet 16. Let's get this over with. I think North Carolina won. I really don't even care. Like, I just want to make up. We need to make up for it in the NCAAs. Holy moly, that is so brutal. We don't even get our chance to have a revenge at North Carolina. Well, hopefully we have a revenge in the NCAAs. Give me some sort of promise, guys. This is tough. You know, one thing I just thought of is our shooting guard who's coming in can easily replace our point guard that we currently have, so we can play with, what's his name? I'm so upset right now. I forget the name of my players. But Ryan Trotty. Yeah, because we're losing Karan and we're going to lose Marcelo. So we have the guy coming in and he's going to play over Desmond. And then Scott Evans and Desmond Knight will be off the bench. I'm so brutalized, guys. I mean, what can we do, right? There's nothing we can do. Yeah, people are mouthing off at each other after that loss. This is the only time we had a post-game incident is because we lose in the most clutch moments, dude. Oh, it's so crazy, guys. I will see y'all during the selection show. We'll get through that, and we'll get through this tournament. Pray for me, guys. We're going to need all the prayers in the world. This team is so sporadic and, like, bipolar and flippy. Like, I thought we had an elite, crispy 27-2 elite team, and now I'm worried. Now I'm super worried. I have no idea what this roster is. how can we be this deep? And okay, hopefully it's a one-time thing. I know I'm scared. I'm scared, guys. I'm scared. Let's get to the selection show. All right, boys, we're back. Let's go through this pretty quickly. You know how I like to do it. I'm not going to read the names. You guys can see it. I'll go through it at a decent pace. If you want to see more, you can always pause, look at the records, whatever you need. But I like to go through this pretty quickly. So North Carolina gets the 1 seed. Gonzaga with a 2. That's unlucky for them. All right, so we're not in this region. That's crazy. You have 1, 3, and 4 all in this region just because they're a mid-major. Wow. We'll see how that plays out for them. But you guys can take a look at these teams. I'm not going to say them. Iona's kind of interesting. Other than that, it's pretty normal. Illinois, Gators. So we're not in here. There's Notre Dame, our freaking kryptonite, apparently. A couple more ACC schools. St. John, Mercer, look at them. All right, we are a 1 seed still. Look at this. The game has humor. South Carolina State, our former team. Our team that started it all. The ones who gave us our first opportunity in Division I. If you guys have been watching since South Carolina State episodes, comment down below. I've been there. Let me know that you've been watching since we were the head coach at South Carolina State Bulldogs, baby, where we were just taking in transfer after transfer. And look at them now, still making the tournament. Maybe we'll check up on them. And it's also a South Carolina rivalry, if you want to call it a rivalry. We should smoke these guys. If we lose to South Carolina State, that's not going to happen. The second round, though, is much more likely to happen, so we'll see. All right, boys, let's get through the rest of that, but I just thought that was funny. We would have to go against UCLA if we get there. Let's focus on our own task at hand first. Who is going to be in our freaking way? Is it Miami? No, it's not. Gosh, thank you. I at least if I'm going to get eliminated, it's going to be by another team besides Miami. So, interesting region. We'll see here. Iowa State, they are the next number 1 seed. Houston, Purdue, good teams here. Let's get to it, guys. Let's get to it. I'm excited, nervous, laughing at the game at the same time. How do we get South Carolina State? You know what? Since I have you guys right here, I don't know if you guys, some of you guys might not care, but you know what? This is where it all started. This was the very first school that I picked. I just want to see how they've been, man. We were there for 4 years. Oh, man, did they have a really bad stretch under this coach. Fire this guy around here, man. How was he the coach so long? And now, finally, this Justin dude's starting to turn it around. But we had this team winning 20-plus games easily, always trying to have a chance to make a postseason somewhere. So, good for them. Whatever. There'll always be that kind of school, but it's always cute, right? All right, guys. Enough theatrics. Enough of this damn team messing up. This team needs to pull it together and play out of their mind. We can erase everything with a huge run here. We can erase all the mistakes. Okay, obviously an ACC championship trophy is what we really wanted. Gosh, it was right there. We're 18-2. We're the best in the regular season. But we can change it all, right? We can change it all right here. Let's get to the first game. All right, boys. Here we are. First round of the tournament. 16 seed South Carolina State. We're a double-digit favorite. They have a guy out for suspension. He must be not that important, but we are so much better than these guys. Please do not have one of the only 16 upsets, right? This should just not happen. This has only happened once IRL. Please, let's be able to advance, right? Let's be able to advance. There we go. We get the win by 28. Terrence Hammock, Billy Curry, all of the Clemson Tigers stepping up. I know it's the first round. It's what we're supposed to do. But damn it, with the way we've been playing basketball, guys, I don't know anymore, man. It's always up in the air. Second round, K-State makes it through Big 12 competition. All right, let's send through this next week. Can we make a freaking Sweet 16? For the love of God, Sweet 16 is probably just, it's not even underachieving. It's like achieving what you're supposed to do. We're probably supposed to go deeper than that. But man, I want to set the bar low for these guys, okay? We haven't made it past the second round. Just make it to the Sweet 16. Okay, we can make it to the Sweet 16 because apparently we can't make it out of the first round of a freaking ACC conference sometimes. So, we are going to try to make it to the Sweet 16. We haven't done so as a Clemson Tiger. We are probably favored to do so. We are a nice 10-point favorite over Kansas State. No disrespect to them, but we are just a nicer team. Let's take a look at their team, you know. I'll show their team some respect. We should be better than y'all, though. Just no disrespect. I'm sure you guys have some solid players. Actually, holy freaking moly, you guys have some really good players. This ain't gonna be no easy dub. But these guys they're not deep. They're not super deep. But I mean, we got like 3 guards, right? Like, so they're super guard heavy. I'm scared. What can I say? I'm scared. Like, I shouldn't be scared, but I'm scared. We've been upset so many times. So many times we've been upset. I would say this is a gimme almost anywhere else, but we have been upset so many times, guys. I am so scared. But we just need to play it out. Get it done. We're either memers or believers, right? Just make it one more round. Let's go. Get the job done. Get it done. Boom, boys. 8-point win. Let's get it done. We're going to the Sweet 16. It's a lot closer still. I mean, 8-point win. We'll take the win, right? Like, let's not complain about how it was done. Let's just be happy that we got it done and we get to the next weekend. Whew. Guys, I'm going to keep y'all right here. I don't want to pause. I want to keep y'all right here. I'm going to keep y'all with my emotions. This is how I'm really feeling right now. We will review the bracket. This right here is all NIT and lower level stuff. We will review this bracket at the Sweet 16 and see what has happened for all 4 brackets. JMU, look at them. Go Dukes. Holy moly. Let's see what we got going on here. So in the first region, North Carolina is still trucking along. Texas Tech, it's been pretty chalky. It's not been chalky at all. Arizona upsets Gonzaga by a point. Virginia beats San Diego State. You have the 10 and the 6 over here and the 1 and the 4. Wow, North Carolina's been blessed with a pretty nice path if they can make it to the Elite 8. All right. Illinois gets the second round upset that is usually reserved for us. They take it. Thank you very much, Illinois, for taking the upset. Other than that, it's been pretty chalky besides Notre Dame really like showing off that ACC muscle. But Notre Dame's just tough, man. I don't want to face them. I hope they get knocked out somewhere. Florida and Maryland doing their thing. Vanderbilt slight upset. Not much of an upset. Here we are. Pretty chalky. UCLA still there. St. Mary over Memphis is a slight upset, so that's pretty good. But UCLA still in it. Southern Cal still in it. I mean, 2 Pac-12 schools, right? I mean, they're bound. Some Pac-12 schools bound to come in here. Anyways, what was that? The San Antonio region. Oh, so hopefully we have to go through Southern Cal and then probably UCLA or St. Mary. Iowa, so wow. I mean, if we can make it, Iowa State got not, and Rice as a 14 seed is in the Sweet 16. You don't see that often. That's pretty shocking. Iowa State losing to Michigan by 2 points is pretty brutal. This has been a pretty crazy region, huh? All right, guys. I mean, no more talking. Let's get to our side of the game. We won't look at this. We'll get to our side of the game. We get Southern Cal. Come on, guys. We are supposed to be a Final Four worthy team. We're a 1 seed, right? We got the 1 seed, even though we lost the ACC. We're prone to upsets. But can we just ball out? Can you guys just prove me wrong? The games are getting closer. We're not that much favored. I do like seeing the injuries. I think our defense should be able to carry us. We score just as much, but we play way better defense. More blocks. I think our defense should be able to outshine in this game. Let's get the job done, guys. Let's go. Elite 8. Let's be elite. We have a chance. Oh my gosh, if we have a chance. We can go to the Final Four. We can do whatever we want. We are one of the best teams. Don't let your dreams be a meme. Let's go. Come on. Keep it going. Elite 8. No! No! 1 point. 1 point loss. No! No! Guys. Come on, man. 1 point loss. Unbelievable. Ugh. Brother, that is so sick. And you want to know the sick part too? North Carolina lost. They lost to Texas Tech. This is the craziest tournament ever. We could easily be the champions this year. We lost by 1. I don't even want to look at the box score. I really, really don't. It's going to make me so sick. It's so crazy. It's crazy, right? Sweet 16. Like, we just keep getting knocked out one round. Like, we got knocked out first round. And we got knocked out second round. And now we're getting knocked out in the third round, which is the Sweet 16. And it's like, oh. Like, man, this is so brutal. Yeah, let's get to the Final Four. Looks like Maryland made the Final Four somehow against unranked Kansas. Like, these unranked teams are just coming out of nowhere and just storming kids. It's crazy, man. Like, with the transfer portal and the way that it's just like, you can get upset so easily now in this game. And it's UCLA, Southern Cal, Houston, Villanova on our side of the bracket. Houston gets through over Villanova. Look at these close games, guys. I mean, it could have easily gone our way. Southern Cal still goes through. So, I mean, look at this Final Four. 10-seeded Arizona wins the Elite 8 by 2. They beat Virginia. I mean, their run has been absolutely crazy. 1 possession win, 1 possession win. Very close game. 1 possession win. 1 possession win. Look at this. Maryland gets through. I mean, that's semi-normal, but I mean, 1 possession game. 8 seed Kansas rolling kids. And then we lost a 1 point game, and like, who knows how we would have played against UCLA, but like 1 point doesn't go our way. That is so brutal, man. So brutal to just have it end like this all the time. And Houston got in. I mean, that's like the only normalcy here. Rice was like so shocking, a 4 seed. Like, so now we have Southern Cal, Houston 4-2 versus 10-3. All right, guys, I will pause. I'm gonna pause. I gotta catch my breath a little bit. I hope you guys enjoyed that tournament run. I guess. Oh, it's so tough, man. I mean, I feel like we should be doing better, but I guess we're still a young team. And I don't know. It's just hard. It's just hard sometimes. You have to think on your recruiting class and hope for the best. I told you guys I wasn't going to be so mad. Never said anything about being not sad. So, all right, guys. I'll see y'all at the Final Four, and then we'll declare a champ, go through the history, look at some jobs, and see what happens. All right, homies. Here we are. We're back at the Final Four. You know how we do it around here. We pay respects to the other tournaments. The NIT champion is Iowa. Congrats to them for a decent NIT run. CBI, congrats to Niagara. Wow, shocking them. JMU made it this far. West Virginia's in there. CIT goes to Ole Miss. Congrats to them. But we're here for the NCAA Final Four, guys. Arizona, Maryland, Southern Cal, Houston. Not, I mean, Arizona has history. Southern Cal, I guess, kind of. But, like, this is kind of shocking. So, it's going to be a crazy new champion. Southern Cal gets beat by Houston. So, Houston was in it, and I didn't see who made it from the other side. But we'll about to see. So, we know Houston, the 2 seed, is in there. Is it Arizona? Houston has a chance to be champion. It is Arizona. So, we have a 10 seed has made it all the way from the 10th seed all the way to the championship game. I don't know if that has ever happened before. I am not looking up stats right now, but pretty impressive even in a video game. If I had to bet money, I would bet it would be Houston. Now, I'm just going to check really quick if Houston or Arizona have won it in my save. They have not. I do not see any Houston or Arizona, not even in the runner-ups. So congrats, we're going to have a new champion. Who was the defending national champion? Purdue? Yeah, they had they didn't have an off year, but it's tough, right? Arkansas hasn't really recovered, but okay. We keep going. Who is the champion? Houston is the champion. Arizona, unranked. I mean, 10 seed. They made it as far as they can, and then they ran into a freak train, which was Houston. Congrats to Houston. They etched their name in history forever as national champions in 2037. Congrats. And congrats to 10 seed Arizona, man. I mean, that's really, really impressive. They're going to get some huge prestige increase. Even though I freaking hate Arizona because they fired me. It's still very impressive. Houston wins their national championship. I don't know if that's their first ever in program history or if they've really done it before. Probably have done it once before. Nope, that was their first national championship, IRL or in the sim or anything. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. They're definitely going to get a nice prestige boost. Any Texas school can end up being really good just because Texas has so much like talent. All right, guys, let's get to the awards. I'm going to keep you right here with me. I mean, the video is the video right now. Y'all are seeing my emotion and my pains. Look at that. We have a perfect record of not perfect, but perfect 400 wins, 176 losses. That's 69.4%. 69% win rate. I mean, 4th year at Clemson, Sweet 16. It's good enough for the goals, of course, but I mean, I want more. I know what this team could have been capable of. We'll look at the national awards first. Nothing goes to us. Gonzaga, North Carolina. Nothing for us, but just if you guys want to pause, take a look at the stats, feel free. We'll look at the ACC ones. I feel like I should get Coach of the Year. No, Hubert Davis still gets Coach of the Year. Feeling like there's some North Carolina bias here. I mean, I feel like I'm doing so good at Clemson, but I'm not getting the nod. Look at this guy at Duke. He's so good, but he's the only one at Duke. First team, no Clemson. Wow. Second team, no Clemson. Snubbed. How? We're the best team in the ACC. Ooh. I guess we weren't, actually. I don't know. Whatever. The awards. We get snubbed on the awards. Guys, I will see y'all at the season review and these job offers, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully there's some interesting stuff that can happen. I feel some love towards Clemson. I do want to stay, but I do want to see what's out there. And it's just brutal, man. I don't know if I can take these slaps in the faces. I mean, it's hard to lose like this. I'll see you guys there. All right, my brothers, we're here back. It's loaded. We're at the season review. We're going to take a look at the season review, and then we're also going to take a look at these. Just, it's a 1 point loss, man. 1 point, and anything could have been different. Yeah. Coaching, season review. Our prestige did go up. We are now from 67 to 70, so making the Sweet 16 did help boost us up. So we are now actually, that really helps solidify Clemson as a real contender for me to stay. Because we are now a 4-star school. Now we can easily, as soon as you hit 69, you drop back to 3.5. But that really will help in recruiting as well to keep pulling top level talent. But honestly, it's been brutal here, man. I love it here, but it's been brutal at the same time. It's a love-hate relationship we got going on. And what's our staffing situation look like? Do we have years left on our coach? This guy wants a huge payday. I don't think I can give him it yet. I need to wait for these guys' deals to expire. 17th year, going on 18th year. 57 years old, man. I'm 57 years old. Good reputation. It went up now. 72. From 68 went up 4. Look at our finishes, man. We have such a great regular season record and such a nice ranking, and it's just fall flat. Sweet 16, right? Like, just we're falling flat. I mean, I think we can only get better. I mean, our recruiting class is insane. What is it ranked nationally? I don't even want to look at the jobs, like, right now. Top 5 nationally ranked, another top 5 class. Like, how many top 5 classes do I have to keep bringing in, man? Like, when do I have to start pulling in number 1, classes? I feel like we're right there, man. We're right there. We're so close. Let's take a look at these jobs. I'm closing my eyes right now, guys, before I click the button. I haven't looked yet. I haven't seen anything. I'm clicking the button. And I'm looking, and I'll refresh. Well, this is just like funny, like, honestly. Wow. Am I really gonna snake my team for? Wouldn't it be funny, guys? Like, just to completely snake and just go to the SEC. I don't know. I'm gonna consider all these jobs. Honestly, all these top 5. I'm gonna consider everything now because I know we're at 70, but like, well, first of all, if we don't even know if we would apply and we even get this job, let's not even get our like overextended, because like the last thing I want to do is apply for this and then I don't get it and like everyone laughs at me. Like, it happens all the time. But you know what? I'm going to evaluate. Arkansas just won the championship literally like a couple years ago. They have to have a decent budget, right? Like, how the hell are these guys bad? $430,000. They won the championship just 3 years ago. Gosh, what a play it would be to just skip that. I mean, look at the budget increase. Fayetteville. How's the SEC? Nothing brutal. Florida. Somehow unranked Vanderbilt. Like, so weird, man. God, can you imagine? Is this like pulling a Kevin Durant? No, it's not. Because this team, it's not like the team is good. The team is terrible now. It's 10-20. Like, their coach really messed up. They won the national championship, and now the program is in awful hands. They're so close to a 4.5-star school too. gosh, man. What does Memphis have to offer me? Memphis has to offer an easier conference, less money. They haven't won a championship, so I was like, I can be the first one to do it for them. Less money. I don't like the less money part. Great facilities. Low academics really helps people get in. But also it's good to have good academics to pitch. Wisconsin is back available. I know they have a good budget. But I feel like I have a better option now in Arkansas. But, I mean, Wisconsin is... I feel like I have... The only thing Wisconsin has going for them is budget, and I can really recruit nationally. I can't really recruit nationally at Clemson if they don't give me a budget. I haven't asked for it, and I also don't know how much of a budget increase I'll get. So it's like, do you try and pitch the board and see just randomly how much money you're going to get, or should you just hop schools to a school that already is invested and it's doing it, you know? It's a weird mentality. Guys, we're going to be here for a little bit. I'm seriously considering it. I don't know how long I can keep just like Clemsoning this up, because it's getting brutal, getting just crushed. Even with the amazing recruiting classes, I can get those. Do we? How sneaky would this be? Like, why am I attracted to Arkansas, guys? I want somebody to answer that for me. It's like cool. It's like cool to be Arkansas. Yeah, we won't take Michigan State. 65. I know they have a great budget. But it doesn't even matter if you have a great budget, but your conferences or your like prestige is so low. Like, this will take some more time to build up. Even they have a national recruiting budget, you're not going to be able to recruit nationally yet. Like, you can go back on the Pride and then build them up. I mean, this is an interesting take, right? Like, if I was at a low school and then I saw this and I saw the budget and I could see like the possibility. I mean, I could see the possibilities. Like, I have the vision to see Michigan State as an elite team. You know, they have the money. They invest the budget to be able to get a great recruiter, which they don't currently have for some reason. That's one thing as well. I need to go into the staffing and check and see if they actually fire their coaches or not. But they also sometimes just go with different options anyways. Michigan State is interesting. I'm at a standstill, guys. This is why I wish you guys were live here with me and somebody could like give me some insight. BYU is not that attractive. I mean, West Coast, like, just yeah, it's not that attractive to me. I feel like Arkansas is probably really bad right now. I mean, have they even been recruiting that well? But no, they're recruiting like garbage. I know they're not open. I'm just seeing like how good. Yeah, Florida's good. They're getting a lot of competition from Florida. Cause I mean, this is you could. Yeah, they're ready to explode. Oh, I have to take my time with this, guys. Maybe I'm going to pause and I'm going to think on this for a little bit, guys. And when I can marinate this some more and talk you through my thoughts, we'll see who we go for and who we apply for to see if we even apply. I just need to think about it for a little bit. All right, boys. I am back. I have thought about this for a really, really long time, and I'm gonna give the job an apply. Okay, I want to go to a school that has some resources, and I want to go to a school that has some prestige already, that's been up there, and You know, I mean, I kind of want to switch it up, right? Like Clemson, we have a really good thing going here. We have a great recruiting class, but it's just like we'll only get so far with the budget we have. I can't guarantee that the board is going to give me more budget, and I don't know if even if they do, how much is it? Is it going to really get to the 400 grand the other schools that are at? Even Michigan State at 65 prestigious at 500,000. You know, I want to start using that money to pull in the top prospects, like so I can start recruiting those guys and start pulling those guys in and start getting 5-star guys more often. So if they're gonna have me, I'm going to apply for the Arkansas job. If I don't get that, I will be applying for Michigan State or Wisconsin to try and get to a school with more budget. Even dropping to Michigan State will be a downgrade in school, but an upgrade overall. I know it's tough, guys. We've only been here 4 years, right? But this was always a rebound job that we had to take after we got fired from Arizona. Remember, we always wanted to be at Arizona. We always wanted to be at a big school with nice budget, you know, and we had to go back to Clemson. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. But you know what? We can't really talk it up. Let's go ahead and just see if we get the job, if we apply for it. I said I'm going for Arkansas, guys. I just think it's a little bit more interesting to me than Memphis. Arkansas, you are terrible. You are 10-20 right now. You had won the national championship just 3 years ago. Well, you see, Wisconsin is offered $470,000 budget, a little less prestige. You know, Michigan State's really dropped down, but they have the most budget. So Memphis has good prestige right now, but $330K, which is a lot, but I mean, we can do better. Arkansas, will you have me? Wow. I don't know what I just did, guys. We did something. Journeyman, we're very happy to welcome you as the Ned head basketball coach of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Go Hogs, baby. Go Hogs. Get out another applicants. Wow, guys, we snaked our team and we left them with a really good recruiting class. They're going to be really good. They're going to be a much better team than we're going to be. We're going to see if another coach can lead my players to the championship without me. If they do, that'll be hilarious, but I wanted to get to a different environment, man. I chose Arkansas. So I chose Arkansas, and now I choose to rebuild this team that has won a national championship recently. It does feel a little dirty, guys. I'm not going to lie. It feels a little dirty. And I know we're going to have to really maintain for a year or two to keep our prestige. Oh, my God. This team is awful. This is awful. This squad is awful. I'm really, really hoping these guys transfer. I don't know who has been running Arkansas, but these guys are awful. Holy moly, it's going to take some time to really rebuild this, guys. I need a lot of these guys to transfer so I can bring in my own dudes. But the reason why I came here to be the head coach of Arkansas is they have a championship culture. They've won it before. They have high prestige. They invest in the program. $430,000. I didn't take the most money, right? I didn't go to Wisconsin, which would had $470,000, extra $40,000, or I didn't go to Michigan State, where I'd have got an extra $60,000. $430,000, I think, is plenty to do. Have good assistant coaches, to have enough money to have recruit whoever you want. We're at the prestige level where we can start getting those elite players. I'm just hoping we're not going to drop so far in our first year where we turn down to like almost a low 4-star. Because right now we're a high 4-star, almost 4.5-star. We don't want to drop to a low 4-star. So it's going to be interesting how to maintain. I'm going to have to use the transfer portal hard, guys. I don't know what. Let's see what are the goals. Reach Sweet 16. Yeah, that's tough. I'm getting fired for sure. We're gonna sign a 4-star recruit. We're gonna try our best to win 15 games. I'm gonna have to ask the AD for a really easy schedule. Improve. We're gonna do our best. I mean, dude, I inherited an awful team, but guys, I made the switch. I made the executive decision. Honestly, the Sweet 16 loss 1 point, I mean, that was brutal. I could have easily stuck it out, ran it back with this team, and seen what happened, but now I'm a hog. Now I'm a hog, so who knows how long we'll be a hog for, but I chose them. I chose them. I do want to win a national championship here. I do think it's possible. Obviously, it's possible. They've done it before in the save and outside of the save. We'll have to reevaluate our staff. Like, some of these guys are making too much money. Like, this guy's making way too much money. We'll have to, we'll redo our staff, but we'll save that all for the next episode. So, guys, huge switch up. We are now the head coach of the Arkansas Razorbacks. We get out of the ACC. We go into the SEC. We get a team with really high prestige and the budget, you know, almost $160,000 more budget than Clemson, which is a lot. This is going to allow us to get a premium national report and all the camps in the world, and it's going to let us be able to recruit anybody in the country and internationally. So the only thing we got to worry about is not getting freaking fired right away. That is hard because NCAA Sweet 16 probably not going to happen. Let's be freaking real. The team that we inherited is garbage. That's why they went 10-20. That's why they hired me, because they went 10-20. Top 3, no chance. You know, no chance. So we just got to hope that we don't get fired. They went 10-20. How are they going to make the Sweet 16? Like, it's not realistic. Anyways, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. I know I like bouncing from team to team, especially since I didn't choose Clemson. I got fired and had to make a choice. I left a great Clemson team for an awful Arkansas team because I can see a future here where I can build something special for the remaining years of Journeyman's life. You know, we're 57. Maybe we have one more school move in us, but I'm not even thinking about moving schools. Like, I'm here at Arkansas. I'm happy. You can win a championship here. We need to win a championship and build a championship team. You know, if something crazy comes up, some beautiful job I can't turn down, 5-star school, whatever, sure. But we're here to do it at Arkansas now. I picked Arkansas because of the budget, because they've already done it, and I feel like we can build the Hogs up to be a real national contender every year. So hope you enjoyed the episode, guys, and I'll see y'all in the next one, hopefully within the next couple of days. Peace.